Hey everybody, welcome back to the Spiral Podcast. Today's the Friday podcast where I just talk about the top 5 games that are going to be happening this week, and then I give my picks on them and who I believe is going to win that game and why. So the first one I have that I think is going to be a great game is Michigan State at Michigan. And I do believe that Michigan State will actually win this game. I think they're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder after losing, I believe it's the past 2 to Michigan. Michigan, obviously, I think you can say that the cheating actually had a pretty big impact on these games just because I know Michigan used their signs, Michigan State signs against them and cheated in that game last year, and probably the year before that too. So I think Michigan State can get it done. I think Jaden Childs, I think their quarterback is playing great. Not great, but I think he's good enough. I think he brings a little bit of mobileness to the Michigan State offense. I think he's a pretty decent passer. I just don't know. Will Johnson could be hurt as well for this game, so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. And if he is, I definitely don't think Michigan's winning. But I think Michigan could win if their run game gets established. I think Michigan State, even against teams like Ohio State, they showed that they were just a few plays away from winning. Not winning, but they could have won that game for sure. So I think they're gonna capitalize on those. Big rivalry game for them. This is like their national championship. Let's be real. I think they're gonna be playing really strong, and I think Michigan State will get the win at Michigan in Ann Arbor. All right, moving on. Second game, LSU at Texas A&M. I think this game is going to be a great game, honestly. These two teams have had pretty low lows, and they're both on the rise now. They both lost their first game of the season, LSU losing to USC, and Texas A&M losing to Notre Dame. So I really don't know who to pick for this one. I think I'm going to pick LSU because Nussmeier is having a really great showing these past few weeks for LSU. I think he's a really great passer. Probably should get drafted, honestly. I think he's really great. And I think Texas A&M, I just don't know if their offense is playing good with Marcel Reed, but against a team like LSU, it's going to be hard. But going into Texas A&M, it's not an easy task. And LSU is going to have to really, overcome the 12th man because that is not something that many teams can do. It's really hard to do that. So I think LSU is going to get the win. I think their offense is just going to affect the game a lot more than people might think. I think it's going to keep LSU's defense, which is kind of not that great, if I'm being honest. It's pretty bad. At least mid. It's pretty mid. But I think LSU's defense getting more rest because of their offense being good will help them play better against Texas A&M's offense. And I think Texas A&M's offense can be kind of not that great at times. So I think because of that, LSU is going to win the game. The third game I have is Missouri at Alabama. I think it's going to be a Bama win. As much as, everything in me is telling me, my gut feeling is just like, don't pick Bama for this one. Don't pick Bama. I have to because I think Missouri is so overrated this year. I think I remember all the Missouri fans saying, oh, Luther Burden, top receiver in the league. He should maybe be in the Heisman contention. Missouri is not good, okay? Everybody needs to accept this. They are not a top 25 team. I don't care that they're ranked 21 right now or 19 or whatever it is. They should not be ranked. They almost lost games to Boston College, Vanderbilt, which actually might be a kind of decent win now. And they're just not good. They got blown out by Texas A&M, who I don't even think is that amazing either. I just picked LSU to beat them. So I think this game, it's at home for Bama. I think it could be close because Bama's just not that great either right now. Kalen DeBoer really needs to step it up, and just the whole coaching staff, the team really just needs to play better and be more disciplined. But I think Bama's just going to win. I can't see them losing, even though they just came off. They have 2 losses already this season, but I just can't see them losing to Missouri. I just think Missouri so overrated. They should not be top 25. But AP, I don't know what's wrong with the AP poll sometimes, but whatever. Number 4, Notre Dame at Navy. I believe this is a neutral site. So that will be cool to see. I think I'm going to pick Navy for this one. Navy's offense is just playing better than I think people realize. They play a very different style of football than most people are used to, most defenses are used to, most coaches are used to. And I think that can affect Notre Dame a lot more than it might seem. They can pull out a lot of trick plays, a lot of weird running plays, like just a lot of plays that people aren't really used to. Notre Dame hasn't really been tested besides that Texas A&M game. I don't think Notre Dame is that. This season of college football is weird. I'm just going to say it because there's a lot of teams that are pretty good that aren't like top teams. And Notre Dame is one of those teams that's like pretty good, but I don't know how great they are. You know, they lost to Northern Illinois, but they did beat Texas A&M. So those kind of it's hard to, you know, take an analysis of Notre Dame. So I think So yeah, I just think Navy's gonna win that game. A lot of big reasons why, but I just think it's gonna be catching Notre Dame by surprise that Navy, the style of play that they have, and I think Navy gets it done. And then the last game I have is gonna be a pretty good game, I think. It's gonna be Illinois at Oregon, and I do think Oregon wins at home, probably by around 10. And here's why: I think Illinois coming off a huge win for them, historic win. It was a great win for them to have against top 25 team, and a team who's been pretty good over the last few years in Michigan. And I think this is going to be a pretty interesting game. Oregon isn't really used to a team that plays like Illinois, I would say. Luke Altmaier has been playing great so far. Dylan Gabriel's also been playing good, but he is kind of prone to mistakes sometimes. But I do think Oregon just uh, they're going to be number one ranked. It's going to be hard for them to lose this game. It's really going to depend on a few things. Number one is Dylan Gabriel and his ability to really just take control of this game. If he can take control of this game, then it's not going to be good for Illinois. But if Illinois can make the game go at their pace, uh, take it nice and slow. Don't let Dylan Gabriel get on the field that much. That's going to be huge. And then the second thing is that Illinois' defense needs to play great. Oregon's running back is playing really good right now. He's had a couple of great games of football, and they're going to need to stop him. Like they really need to stop him. And if they do, I think it's possible that they do win. But I don't know. It's gonna be tough. We'll have to see. But I do think Oregon's just gonna win. I just think their offense is a little too good for Illinois. But don't overlook this game because Luke Altmaier's been playing great recently. Illinois is coming off of a big win. They got that morale going. So uh, I think Oregon's gonna win, but I think it could be close. So that's gonna wrap up my Friday podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you like this podcast. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.